Okay, the next one. We are looking at a circle. Remember that this is a common formula: x squared plus y squared equal to r squared. R is the radius. So if you know that the radius here is not 4, is what squared is 4, is actually 2, isn't it? So the radius of this is 2. That is irrelevant to this question, however, I'm just telling you. And then obviously the center that you will do, if the center is not given, then you will always assume the center is 0 0. So on this question is always 0 0. Okay, the tangent question. So what do you do? Remember, the center is 0 0. That's center for C. Right, the gradient ms, change in y over change in x. Remember, x value, y value, x value, y value. So we can say y is what? Root 7 over 2, take away 0, over what's the other one? 3 over 2, take away 0. That gives you, plug it through a calculator, root 7 over 2 divided by 3 over 2. You could have typed in a calculator, to be honest. Okay, I'm doing it like this. It should give you root 7 over, the answer would be 3. Root 7 over 3 it will be. Okay, because normally what will happen is this 2 and this 2 will cancel, because you can divide it by 2. Or if you want to know, I'll show you. It's basically root 7 over 2. Divide means times, or the inverse, because, and then it's not 3 over 2 anymore, it's 2 over 3. Sorry, 7 over 2. Yeah, this 2 and this 2 cancel, so it's basically root 7 over 3 then. Okay, that's the gradient, but I don't want that gradient. I want the tangent, means you have to do the perpendicular thing. So that would be a minus 3 over root 7. Okay, then if it's minus 3 over root 7, we can't leave it like that, because we could rationalize this, times it by root 7s. That gives you minus 3 root 7 over root 7. Root 7 is root 49, which is basically a 7. So it's minus 3 root 7 over 7. That's the gradient you're going to use. So what's the equation? Y equals minus 3 root 3 over 7, x plus c. Substitute it. Remember, we are substituting this coordinate. You never substitute the center, remember. So always whatever a coordinate, b coordinate, in this case p coordinate. Y is, what's that? Root 7 over 2 equals minus 3 root, why did I get 3 over here? Minus 3 root 7. Sorry, don't know why I wrote 3 root 7 here. 3 root 7 here. Okay, let's just erase this. Where is it? 3 root 7 over 7. That's 3 root 7 over 7. So I got root 7 over 2 is the y, equals to minus 3 root 7 over 7. X is 3 over 2 plus c. What number do we multiply everything by? We multiply everything by, in order to cancel this 7, just multiply everything by 7. Times it by 7, times it by 7, times this by 7. That can cancel. What do we get? 7 root 7 over 2 equals minus 9 root 7 over 2 plus how many? 7c. Instead of taking away, you add 7c. Is 7 at 9 is 16 root 7 over 2 is 7c. c is, what's that? You divide it by 7, so that if you put that as divide by 7, just 16 root 7 over, not 2 anymore, 14. Okay, that's the equation. Y is equal to, what is this? Minus 3 root 7 over 7 plus 16 root 7 over 14. Okay, I'm not going to simplify that. It's fine. This should be okay. Okay, maybe. Right. They have the same number of yellow cubes as red. Red and yellow are the same, so it's basically x and x. How many? 0.3, so the total should be 1. So what's that then? 2x plus 0.3 is equal to 1. 2x is 0.7, subtract it. X is 0.35. Right, fill it in. There are 12 blue. So you want to work out the total number counter. So 12 divided by how many blue? The probability of blue is 0.3. That will give you the total. Divided by 0.3, that gives you 40 total number of counters. Moving on. Now, the total should be equal to 1. Remember the total. So what do we do? Add it 0.17 plus 0.18 plus 0.09 plus 0.15 0.1. What's that? That gives you 0.69. So 1 take away that 0.69 then. One take away that, what's that give you? 0.31. That's my answer on this one. But they rolled it 200 times. They want to land on 1 or. The word is or 3. What is the probability of landing on 1? Is 0.31. Or means plus. Remember, or means plus 3. What is 3? Is 0.18. What's the total probability? So 0.31 plus 0.18. What's that going to give you? 0.49. Now, you got 300 tries or 200 tries, sorry. So that what you do, 200 times, what's that? 0.49, which gives you 98. So you will land it 98 times out of that. Okay, moving on. Remember, what is this? X squared plus y squared equal r squared. So what's the radius is? R squared is 144. R is, sorry, root 14.44. .8. And if the center is not given, remember what's the center? 0, 0 for the center. On the graph, draw this. So 0, 0 is here. 3.8. Where is it? 3.8. It's here. 3.8 is here. Minus 3.8. Again, minus 3.8. And then you just basically need a circle. Very tricky to draw a circle here. Somehow I got to move it's about 3 point ish roughly, but let's roughly move this. Somewhere roughly like that. Okay. And the next one, you're drawing this one. Always just say, remember, what are the two coordinates? Always, whenever you want to find out how to draw something, x is 0 and y is 0. If x is 0, 2 bracket 0 plus y equals 1. So basically, that goes away. Y is 1. And y is 0. 2x plus what is y is 0 equals 1. So that goes away. X is 1 over 2. So that's 0.5. Y is 0. X is 0.5, which is here. And the next one is x is 0 and y is 1. Right, and then this is your equation. What's that? 2x plus y equals 1. If I needed this to be a bit more accurate, what I will do, you can see which line big C can. It's very tricky to draw this line. So what I'm going to do. Let's just erase this for a bit. There you go. There. Instead of this one, okay, this is the normal way of doing it. However, this is giving a 0.5, so a bit tricky to do this. So I'm gonna say another number for y. Okay, let's just say y is should we say y is 3. If y is 3, 2x plus 3 equals 1. 2x is 1 take away 3 is minus 2. X is minus 1. So x is minus 1, y is 3. X is minus 1 and y is 3 here. And then the next one, you can see it's a bit more accurate. Are we sure? Sorry. What's the gradient is? No. What's the number? X is minus 1, y is 3. Sorry, I drew it on 2. My bad. Right, again. I can't erase that code. I'm just gonna put it like that. Y is 3 is here actually. Okay, that's y is 3. Yeah. And x is minus 1 is over here. So if I draw it from this one to this one, there, and from there to there. Okay, so this is a bit more accurate, right? Okay, and then what do they say? Estimate the solutions. So you want x and y coordinate. What's the x and y coordinate looking like? It's probably here. So what's that? X is equals, how much is it? It's about 2-ish. Y is, what is it? That's minus 3. This is minus 3.2. So y is minus 3.2. Or what's the other one? What do we have? Somewhere here. X is minus 1.2-ish. It's around that anyways, minus 1.2. And y is that's 3.2, 3.4, 3.6. Y is 3.6. And that's your final. It's an estimate solutions, okay? So okay, moving on. You're finding density. The block of is given. So what are the upper bounds and lower bounds? So what's the upper bounds here? 15.25, 15.15. What is this? 17.0 means 17.05. What's that then? 16.95. What is this? 25.85. 25.75. This thing is nearest to the 10 gram. If it's 10 grams, you would keep it doing it like a 5 grams kind of stuff. Remember, you're adding 5, you're taking away 5. That's how you do it. So if it's to the nearest 10 grams, so it will be add 5, which is 15905, and take away 5 from that. Just type in a calculator if you want. That's 15. Instead of 900, is 895. Okay, remember, if you're doing it for 10 grams, you half it and then you add and take away. Okay. Yeah. Now you want consider bound, work out the density, suitable degree of accuracy. So you want the upper bound, lower bound, but in order, before I do, so I know the mass. What's the upper bound of masses? Upper bound is 15905. Lower bound is 15895. And I need the volume. What is the upper bound of volume? Remember, volume is length times width times height. How to do an upper bound of volume? I need to work that out separately. Upper bound of volume is everything upper bounds. So what is that? The upper bound of volume, I'm not going to work it out. I'm just going to write it as it is. What's the upper bound of volume? Every number needs to be higher. So what's that? 15.25 bracket. What's the other one? Length times, remember, just following the formula. 17.05 times by, what's the other one? 25.85. And what's a lower bound would be? I'm just going to write a different color. 15.15. I'm not, can you see, I'm not writing the actual answer because then it becomes a bit too much of a decimal to write. So I'm just going to write like this. 16.95 bracket. 25.75. What's the formula of density? Density is mass over volume. So you want upper bound of density. So you want upper bound divide lower bound. What's that? Upper bound of maths, which is that 15905 15,905 divided by lower bound, which is up 16.95 by the way, and then 25.75. If you do that in a calculator, that gives you 2.40532,688. Then how to do a lower bound of density? In order to do a lower bound, is a lower bound divide upper bound. What's the lower bound is 15,895 divided by upper bound 15.25 bracket 17.05 25.85. Just change, you just scroll back to the calculator and then just change the couple of numbers that we put. Well, that's 17, yep, 15.25 15895 15895. So if I do that, what do I give you? 2.364861755. Okay, then you compare. Let's compare it. Upper bound, lower bound. One significant figure. If we do that to one significant figure, it's just 2. That's right. 2 significant figure. 2.4 for the upper bound. You look at the 6 and then round it up, of course. 2.4, that's also right. 3 significant figure, that's 2.4. You look at the 5, that means 1. You look at the 4, that means round it down, 2.36. That's really wrong. So what's the answer? 2.4 is correct for the density to how many? 2 significant figures. And this will be your finalized answer. Giving the reason, this is your reason. The table is your reason. Understood? Moving. Last question, 23. Now, upper bound, lower bound, 6.435, 6.425, 5.5145, 5.5135. V is equal square root of, remember, I need an upper bound of V. So upper bound divide lower bound, 6.435 divided by 5.5135. So always put the square root, yeah, remember, bracket 6.435, 5.5135. What do they give you? 1.080340323, something like that. Yeah. You want lower bound of V. So what is lower bound? Remember, lower bound divide and upper bound. Yeah. 6.425 divided by 5.5145. That gives you 1.07940269. You check using your table, upper bound, lower bound, one significant figure. If I check that, that's what do they give you? 1 exactly, and the other one is also 1. 2SF. You're looking at the 8, round it up, so 1.1. You're looking at the 7, round it up, so it's also 1.1. 3 significant figure. You're looking at the 0, round it down, 1.08. You're looking at the 9, round it up, so it's not 1.07, it's 1.08. Right, another one, 4 significant figures. You're looking at the 3, round it down, 1.080. You're looking at the 4, round it down, 1.079. That's wrong. So it's 1.08, correct to 3 significant figures. Okay. three significant figures. Good. Practice these questions, okay?